Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I have a bone to pick with modern Zelda, specifically Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Now don't get me wrong, in terms of gameplay, these are fantastic games, with some of the best additions and mechanics ever to be introduced to the series. But man, does the narrative structure kinda suck. But before I get into why I think the narrative structure is the worst part about these modern Zelda games, be sure to like this video and comment down below your favorite Zelda game. And consider subscribing to the channel for more video game related content, especially since we are so close to that 3,000 subscriber mark. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get into it. Now before fans of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom get mad at me for saying the narrative sucks, notice that I am specifically talking about the narrative structure of these two games. Because yes, both games have this issue. You see, the most common story structure is the 3-act structure. You have the setup, confrontation, and resolution. Now with this system you can have different variations, but the 3 acts stay the same. Both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom have this structure. Breath of the Wild sets up the story with Link coming out of a 100-year coma, and on top of that he suffers from amnesia. He then discovers that Ganon is the reason the world is as fallen as it is. That premise, along with regaining his lost memories, becomes his primary motivation. In Tears of the Kingdom, the game starts with Link and Zelda going down into the depths looking for the source of the malice, which of course resulted in Link losing his arm and Zelda casually being transported to the past. Both of these introductions are fantastic in my opinion. A great way to get the characters and even the player invested in what's to come. Each game has a clear goal and direction. The problem arises after these intros, in what would be considered the second act. You see, both of these games are plagued with narrative tools called memories. In Breath of the Wild, it's literally Link's memories, flashbacks to his life before the 100-year coma. In Tears of the Kingdom, it's a glimpse of Zelda's memories in the past. It shows you her time with the Zonai, an ancient race that has long since been extinct. The problem isn't these memories themselves. Flashbacks have been used as a literary device for many years. You see flashbacks in everything from books, film, TV, and even anime. Especially anime. Just watch Naruto and you'll see so many flashbacks all over the show, whether you like it or not. Flashbacks, if used well, can work as an excellent way of shedding light on a character's past or giving necessary context to a given scene. Going back to Breath of the Wild, these memories or flashbacks are not the issue, it's how they are used in the narrative. You see, in Breath of the Wild, in order to obtain these memories, you have to go and find the place where the memory was taken place. Link acquired a collection of photos that were taken at the time of the memory. With the help of those photos and Link actually being present at those locations, it triggers Link to have flashbacks, or in some cases straight up PTSD. Now conceptually, this is kinda cool, not only allowing the player to piece together the story, but also allows us to get character moments with Link, Zelda, and even the champions. Oh right, I almost forgot about the champions. Nintendo marketed the heck out of these characters, all for them to end up dead in the present timeline. I'm sorry, what? Why was this decision made? I really liked the champions. Each one had their own unique personality and motivation, but unfortunately you just don't get enough time with these characters except through the memories. And I guess they're Force Ghost in the present, but like, why? Oh boy, thanks Nintendo, you shouldn't have. These champions having their story in the past is indicative of the narrative as a whole. All of the most interesting story beats in Breath of the Wild is relegated to the past. And Tears of the Kingdom is a little better when it comes to having more story beats in the present, but the story is still split up in this convoluted way. For the next big Zelda game, I do not want any more memories for Link. The story should just be set in the present day and have a simple beginning, middle, and end. Not any of this, oh well there are crucial plot elements in the past that you have to find throughout Hyrule. Oh, and when you actually obtain these memories, it is completely out of order. Nintendo, what are you doing? Why is one of your most beloved franchises getting this kind of treatment? Okay, I might need to calm down. Look, I love both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. These games are just so well crafted. featuring one of my favorite art styles of any game. But the narrative for both of them is so disappointing. Because this duology could have been the greatest Zelda narrative ever made. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait and see if future Zelda games will craft better narratives along with excellent gameplay. I know that the Zelda team has it in them to make both a great game and a great narrative. Maybe Nintendo will actually pull the trigger and not make Link silent anymore. I really do think that it's time for Link to start talking and to have more character in him. And this is coming from someone who loves Link as a character. I love his character in Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, Skyward Sword. I think those games in particular have a great showcase of what Link is as a character. But with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I don't know who this man is. Which used to be fine when he was 8-bit, but now that games are evolving and growing as a medium, it would be great to see Link grow as a character as well. But let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think there's a problem with how Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild has handled the narrative for Zelda? Or do you think that it's a good structure for the kind of gameplay that we get? I believe that there is a mix of both. I believe we can get a game with strong narrative and really good gameplay. But that's just it. It seems like Nintendo is more focused on gameplay than actual narratives, which is a conversation to have on its own. Which is more important? Because there is definitely a conversation to have about that. If you agree or disagree with me, let me know in the comments, but do so respectfully. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. God bless.